So one of the first steps in the writing process is just to brainstorm ideas. A lot of times if we sit down and try to write about one thing, that's when we start to get writer's block. But if we take this step at the beginning and just generate a bunch of different ideas that we could use, it'll help us when we sit down to actually write our compositions. So one really cool strategy to use, and just a fun way of doing it, is to brainstorm just using your hand. So for instance, today we're talking about important people, important places, and important things. So at the top of my journal, I just have brainstorming so that I know what I was trying to do here. And so important people to me, easy thing, I can just take my hand and I can trace my hand. And I have to think about 5 different people who might be important to me. So when I think about people that are important to me, probably one of the first people that I would think about would be my grandma. She unfortunately is no longer with us, but I think about a lot of memories that I had, summers that I spent with her, and just things that I learned, lessons that I learned. I might also write about my dad. He's important to me, and again, he's always there for me, and he's just kind of my hero. I could also take some time and I could write about my daughter, Ella. She's very special to me. She's 5, she's fun, she makes me laugh. And then 2 other people that I could write about would be my husband, Sean. We've been married for about 13 years, and so we've got a lot that we could write about for him as well. And then finally, I would write about my students. I love teaching, and I always have lots of stories to tell about my students. So just going from there, I could take any of those 5, and then I could start to write more details as I get into the writing process. But for each person, I have lots of ideas generated already in my mind. So right now, I'm just thinking about the people. So you can do the same thing, but talking about places. So real quick, if I'm going through my mind, some of my favorite places and important places to me, I might write about England, because most of my family is from England and still lives there, so it's an important place to me. I could write about Colorado. If you know me, Colorado is one of my favorite places to go. There's lots to do, doesn't matter if it's summer or winter. It's just a great place to be, and a great place to be outdoors. Another great place, an important place to me, is the beach. I like to just relax and sit on the sand, play in the water with my family. I love going to the beach. Let's see, another place I might write about is probably my room. I don't know about you guys, but when I've had a bad day, sometimes I just need to go into my room, turn out the lights, and just sit there and let my mind relax. I just need to chill out for a little bit. My room is comfy, and it's perfect just for me. The last place, an important place for me, would probably be outdoors. Again, I love just being outside and either taking a walk or just looking at the birds, nature, just taking some quiet time for myself. So again, I've just taken 5 simple ideas that I can start to develop later if I needed to. So this will help me, and I won't get to that writer's block when the teacher asks me to write about something. And then the last thing that we're going to do is important things. So again, these are things that I might have that if I didn't have them, I would be upset. So the first thing that came to my mind would be my phone. I don't know about you guys, but if I leave my cell phone somewhere, I'm in a panic. So that's probably the first thing that came to my mind. I could definitely do something with that. Another thing I might write about my important things would be family pictures. Especially now, because everything seems to be digital, either on a cell phone or a tablet, and you don't print out pictures enough. At least I don't think. Another thing I could write about, important things, might be my dog, Josie. She's getting to be an old girl, and she is very important to me. She sees me talking about her right now. Another thing I might write about, this is kind of silly, but my tea kettle. I don't drink coffee, but I have to have my hot tea in the morning. So my tea kettle is probably an important thing, and if it's broken, we're in trouble. So let's see, one more thing I could write about, something that is important to me. I would probably put my mom's ring. This is a ring that was given to me and it's been passed down, and I would be sad if I lost that. So I could tell some people about that ring and why it's important to me. So after looking at all of these, again, now I have 15 different ideas that I could take and develop into a composition if I wanted to. I'm not going to, obviously, make all of these into a composition, but now I have plenty of ideas to pull from. So I've got 5 important people that I might come back later and write about. I've got 5 important places that I might be able to come back and write about. And then I have 5 important things. So just honestly, all I needed for this was my hand, a piece of paper and pencil, and now I've got 15 great ideas that I can come back and possibly develop into a composition.